Watch this video and then we'll talk.
Morning, single people, let me make a distinction. Wanting a relationship with a straight single man as a straight single woman is not centering men. Please do not tell straight single women to decenter men and just, live your life, do what you want to do. One of the things I want to do is be in a relationship with a straight single man. If you wouldn't tell anybody else to suppress their desire, don't tell a straight single woman to suppress her desire either. Don't act like it's easy to be attracted to straight men. We're not having a good time out here, okay? I find it really insulting when I express a very natural human desire to be in a relationship with a straight man and I'm told, you're centering men, just decenter men, find a hobby. Stop telling us to find a fucking hobby. I don't like it when straight single women are having a tough time in the dating space and the advice is, oh, just don't want anything anymore. Does that make sense to you? Does that sound effective? If you know how to stop having natural human desire, by all means, let me know. But in the meantime, don't dismiss what single women want just because it's hard to find. Maybe dig into why it's harder to find. Maybe that. But no, wanting a relationship with a straight single man is not centering men, and you're not going to dismiss and degrade single women by telling us that it is.
Let's talk about it. For those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Shayna. I am a journalist. I talk a lot about decentering men, child-free living on here, and then I write about a whole bunch of other stuff on like the journalism side, like typing side. I'm also based in Spain, so I'm going to be posting a lot more of my travel stuff. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I'm actually going to do it. If any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And as a child-free woman who is decentering men, I think that this is a great topic for me to touch on. And please, if you have any comments, any thoughts, just tippity type them away in the comment section. But now, let's dive in. So I am of the horde of people that have tried to pray the straight away, that have tried to pray the attraction to men away. It does not work. It does not work. Arguably, me having this experience as a child was my introduction into like, wow, people really can't choose their sexuality. Why is the church so anti-gay people? They didn't choose this life the same way I didn't choose this life. In fact, I don't want this life. And so within this context, as a woman that has the misfortune of being attracted to men, that is also decentering men, I think that learning how to decenter men while dating is literally a game changer. Literally a game changer in maintaining one's mental health, sense of self, and also like keeping a healthy distance from the patriarchy while engaging with potentially trying to find a sane man in this world, right? So one, there's that. Two, ADHD. I just lost the two. I'm gonna find it. The advice. The advice that this lady keeps getting is also advice that other people have gotten. Now, I haven't gotten this advice nor given this advice, so maybe... No, it still counts. It still counts. But I've heard this advice being thrown out into the ether pretty often of, oh, like you want to be in a relationship with a man. Clearly you're not decentering men enough. Clearly you need to like actually decenter men. What you were doing was kind of playing around in the pool. I'm gonna need you to just submerge, right? I don't think that that's helpful. I do my best to not talk like that on this page. If you want to be in a relationship, then fine. Like, it's great that you want to be in a relationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship, it's great that you don't want to be in a relationship. I think that the core of what healthy decentering men looks like while actually trying to like find a partner just means that you don't want to be with just any man. Set your standards, set them high. Don't try and placate to men's egos, to don't coddle them. And don't just settle for any old man. I swear to God, a man is the easiest thing to find. I swear to God. Whenever I post a video about it, I'm just gonna tag it right up here, because if you just want any old man is the easiest thing to find. But when you decenter men from your life, decenter male validation, male attention, male insert whatever here, the kinds of men that you allow into your intimate space will be fewer and far between, but they will not tarnish that space. They will not taint it. They will not make it toxic. Any other terrible T word, alliteration. We love that here. They will not do that to your space, your time, your energy, your body, your you. And in decentering men from what, as not being like the only thing that you're looking at, like okay, think about it in this way. For those of you who get it, you get it. You don't need to hear this. But for those of you who are like, well, like, how what does that actually look like? Yeah, having hobbies is great. Having friends is great. Does that fit squarely into this? If you want to be partnered, you're trying to put a star into a square hole, right? There are other star holes you could like fit it into the box, but like, You want somebody that's gonna fit into that square hole, right? Cool, that's great. Now you don't want a square bomb in that hole, right? You want a square peg. You want ideally a square of gold, a precious gem in the shape of a square, not something that's going to destroy everything that you've worked towards. So what this looks like for me is I have built a life that I love so much outside of a romantic relationship. I have a great community of friends in the States, around the world, and I'm building it here in Spain. I have a good not to say that like a relationship with your family is make or break. Listen, I understand family is complicated. I'm not close with everybody in my family, but I do have great relationships with some people. My family's huge, so like a lot of people that are in my family. I have things that fill up my life. I have passions. I like my job. I like my hobbies. I like being able to come on here and talk to you guys. There are things that I can do that fill me with so much joy that I will not settle for anything that does not bring at least this level of joy, if not more, into my life. And that goes doubly for men. Because as I've discussed in this video ad nauseum, all of the ways that men benefit from having women in their lives and all the ways that women are at a disadvantage, literally losing years to their lives because of the men that they associate with, especially the ones that they marry. And so as a woman, picking a man, like if you want to be with a man, if you're going to pick a man, pick the best man for you, whatever that looks like for you, not any old booga. Because if you just pick any old booga, you are adding years to his life and taking away years from yours. And I mean that in a literal scientific sense. And the reality of all of this is that it's unfortunate. Because I feel like everybody that wants to be partnered should have the ability should be partnered at some point. But as you decenter men, and as you raise your standards, and as you fall deeper in love with yourself, your values, you grow in respect and honor of yourself, there's going to be less people in general that are going to be able to sit in that space with you and not be a detriment to that space. And so, real talk, I at this point in human history, I don't think there's enough good men to go around for every woman that is doing the work. And listen, I think it is what it is. It is what it is. Some of us are going to find those people, some of us are not, and and we are allowed to mourn that process. We are allowed to mourn that reality, especially if being a wife and a mom and all this stuff, we're allowed to have strong feelings about the reality that we are subjected to, that we are actively trying to better for ourselves, and that we see and we look around at all the booga-osity and we go, Jesus, in this swamp of lukewarm shit, I'm supposed to find a living fish. A fish that don't have two heads. I don't know if that's going to be possible. And listen, there are a few. I've met some great guys. Personally, I don't know. And I think that while it's fair to mourn that reality, not getting so slumped into it and like, oh my gosh, I don't think that this is going to be a thing for me and I'm sick of people saying this and da-da-da-da-da. It can really bring down your energy. It could really bring down what other things can fill up your life, right? Like, I once upon a time would have loved to be on Broadway. Like, I put so much time and money and training into that, and I'm not on Broadway now. My life made several hard left turns, and I had to mourn the loss of that dream that I had, while also accidentally entering into a newer one that's actually way more beautiful than, not to say Broadway wouldn't have been great. I love my life though. I could not be in Barcelona and on Broadway at the same time. So there's that. But yeah. Get to this creator and also to other people that feel similarly, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Why? Because men have ruined the reality that we live in. And that's just unfortunate. But keep those standards high, because if somebody's going to enter your space, make sure that they're worth it. Make sure that they're not a square bomb. That's all for now. Please type away your thoughts. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.